let's talk cornerbacks. Let's talk cornerbacks. They're a big problem right now, but it's not like they're underperforming. It's kind of the same discussion we had with Jimmy Garoppolo in a sense. We're calling this "Don't blame the cornerbacks." Why?
What are they supposed to do?
Yeah,
Like,
be
what
better.
do you expect?
Yeah,
What do you expect?
yeah.
Sorry, Diamador Lenore can't guard Devontae Adams. Shoot, man.
Wow,
Let's yell at
wow,
Diamador
what a
Lenore.
shock! Because when he came out of Oregon, the scouting report on Diamador Lenore is going to shut down Devontae Adams one-on-one, and that's why he got picked in the 5th round.
Josh Norman, he was signed 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Mosley is an undrafted player.
Yeah.
They have not addressed the cornerback position. This is not a fault of the players. The individual players are competing. They're playing hard. They're doing the best they can. They're just put in bad spots against good receivers because they have not invested in the cornerback position. They made one investment this offseason. That was to bring back Jason Verrett, who has 1 year in the last 4 years of playing football.
That's true.
He got hurt. True. Now what are they going to do?
People keep writing into us like, hey, shouldn't they trade for so-and-so or shouldn't they get so-and-so? Like, this is the culmination of years of not taking this position seriously in the draft and free agency. More importantly, the draft.
They didn't even bring in veterans
high enough or often enough.
Right. First of all, this position I've talked about it ad nauseum has to be picked in the top 50 picks for you to have a veteran caliber star or one of those big time caliber starters. And even if you draft one in the top 50 picks, it's such a bust heavy position. There's no guarantee that guy is going to turn out because it's such a difficult position to play. You have to be the elite of the most elite athlete.
Was Jeff Okudah the 3rd pick in the draft?
Jeff Okudah was the 3rd pick in the draft. CJ Henderson was the 9th pick in the draft.
Yep.
So it happens. It happens. But then look at the real good ones. Alexander, 18th pick in the draft. Marlon Humphrey, 15th pick in the draft. Jalen Ramsey, 5th pick in the draft. That's where they go. They go at the top of the draft. Xavier Howard was 38th, I think. They just go with Byron Jones was 27th. Name a good corner, he went in the first 50 picks.
Was about 33rd. Something like that.
29.
Okay, sorry, 29. That would make a lot more sense.
So if you're getting a corner, he's going in the top 50 picks, but they just haven't invested in the position. I think one of the biggest things they did was they did not bring in veterans. They drafted 2 rookies and they put a lot on them to contribute because Emmanuel Mosley had an offseason that was filled with COVID and injuries. You couldn't account for that. And basically they were expecting a 5th round rookie and a 3rd round rookie who didn't play football last year to come in and be real contributors on a team. Not a fair expectation, if you ask me. Obviously, you can't invest heavy in every position. And the Niners have put forward their resources and said, defensive line, offensive line, quarterback. Those are the 3 positions we're going to throw in everything. And then they put in a lot of draft capital into the receiver position that has not exactly panned out. But you have to have a little more investment, to me, in my opinion, in the cornerback position. I think there's been opportunities. There's some veterans that have played good football. Casey Hayward that weren't signed for a long time that you could have gotten and would, shore up that position maybe a little bit more with Jason Verrett not here and, not having to go to a Josh Norman, not having to now go to a Drake Kirkpatrick or a Dante Johnson who's a league journeyman because everybody loves jumping on him. Dante Johnson's a 5th round pick. Dante Johnson's a good special teamer.
Dante Johnson is exactly what we're talking about. Don't blame Dante Johnson for the loss, but at the same time, the fact that Dante Johnson is on the field, even on the team, it just says everything you need to know about how little priority the Niners place on this position. The fact that they're like, we got Dante, we're good. Should we spend a 2nd round pick on a corner? Nah, let's take a guard and re-sign Dante for the 18th time. Nothing against Dante personally, but that's on the Niners. Like, if you don't have a Dante Johnson in your defensive line room, the way I see it. You have good players in that or guys that you really like, not guys who are like, well, he's just chilling on the couch, and if we cut him, he'll be back. What? Nothing against Dante, but that's
I can't blame them. I can't blame them. At the end of the day, they played an all-time great quarterback and an amazing wide receiver. And the issue is that the expectation was that the Niners were just going to go in and shut them down and blow them out because they did that in 2019.
But you're saying that things don't change over time? Is that what you're trying to tell me? What?